Hello everybody. So now here we are. So the continuing video in this series. There's going to be another video in the playlist that shows the no time to talk. So that video shows like the inputs needed to no time to talk. That is the very simple kind of route that I use every time. It's really consistent. So it's one of those things where if you follow the directions with that, you should be able to no time to talk. This video for overtime is going to show more routing as far as getting into the nitty gritty, like movement for routing. So when you no time to talk, you'll end up here. And then what happens next is I need to show everyone there's another. So now that we could use these wind tunnels here, this is just a showing of the physics more than don't do this route. This is not the fast way to get up there. So the next thing I have to discuss is called rubber brooming, right? So what happens is, let's do it this way. If you go through a wind tunnel, right, and your momentum will begin to stop. See how I slowed down there, right? So it's one of those things where if you get off your broom at the almost before you lose your momentum, you can maintain your momentum much farther. So let me show it here. You go in, off, on, and you can see I could get pretty much to the second wind tunnel without losing any momentum, where if we do it this way and we just hold, right, I start slowing down around there. So you can get probably another 5 to 10 Mikas of momentum, and you could really carry it, and you could be fast the entire way. So it's one of those things where I like to practice along the beach here. This game is so practical. Practicable. I'm going to say it a million times. It doesn't punish you. Like, you could just, there's no like resets or hard locks. Like, you just continue to practice things over and over again, which is super nice. So it's one of those things where as you get better, you will save more time. Being able to maintain momentum in like the broom is so slow without momentum, so you will notice a pretty good time save as you're able to get better at rubber brooming. So let me get back to where we started so we could I could show you guys the route. Oh, shout out to Big T there, getting in the way. Big T the turtle. Okay, so let's go back to where we started so then I could explain the route. Okay, so when you talk to when you do no time to talk, you're going to end up in front of Allegra and Gref here. So we're going to back up, jump on the awning, jump on the roof, jump, dash, and then get another dash, and then we're going to boing into this rock here, get some height, dash up, get some dashes in here, and then we could rubber broom if we want to here, rubber broom off the end, and see if we can maintain some momentum. We can, all the way, dash, boom. Come up top here, and then dash. You would break the item in the tutorial. I broke it on day one, so it's not going to happen here. And then we come up here, and then we dash all the way to set up top here. And then I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to show different variations here. That's kind of like that's like the fastest, tightest variation. So now let me just show some more mellow variations for you guys here. So that shows rubber brooming, like I said, and that's definitely on the tighter end. And then you'll find also with rubber brooming, there's a couple of sour spots. Like there's a sour spot to the left here sometimes that you could hit that just totally stops your momentum. So you got to get a little used to kind of the best way to position yourself here. So definitely more beginner friendly now. So now you do the same thing: jump, 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 jump. Jump, dash. We got a dash here. Come up, boing, dash. So now we do dashes here. And if you don't want a rubber broom, you can go all the way here. And then we can go this way without any rubber brooming. And we lose a little momentum, but it's totally fine. Without any rubber brooms here, you just get that dash reset and you come right back up here. And then I want to show one more thing. When you notice when I'm moving, if you move Mika, you can kill momentum and like squash it. But if you move the camera, you could keep Mika moving in the same direction, but you could see better. So what I like to do is, so you boing off this rock, dash, and then we dash. So now you're going to see from here, I'm actually going to move the camera, but keep straight. Then you can get off and on and reposition better. Where if you were to move Mika, I'll show you guys here, you lose a lot of momentum. So So you got to get a little used to moving more of the camera than Mika. So if we do this, this is what I was saying, where if you come here and then you move Mika and then you move Mika this way, you lose a lot of momentum. So you have to get off the broom and move the camera to reposition. So let's go up to Soot. I'll do some Soot action. Soot's pretty mellow. And we come over here. Dash. Dash. Boom. You break the item, like I said. And then you keep getting the dash refreshes off the wall here. Dash. Up here. Dash. Boom. If you get off your broom, you could end the vertical boost early, which would save you just a split second. Okay. Then we A-B. Hold on. And then the screen's going to fade to black, and then you hold B. This is a pretty... You could hold B pretty early to cancel the transition to Alex. A-B, A-B, A-B. As soon as you see black, you could wait a second, you hold B. See? You can like almost buffer it. And then here we are with Alex. Amazing hairdo. Love the little gold on her hat. And her earring. Cool character. Okay, so now we got to go to Allegra here. So now, the mellow route would be get off here, dash, a little more beginner friendly. You could just use both boosts, boom, boom, and that's how you get on the platform here. A little tighter strategy here would be to boing off the rock. Boom, boom, like that. And you get a couple dashes in that way. And then you always double dash off this platform. And then we're going to rubber broom to Allegra here. So you do a dash, come out here, get off, get on, rubber broom, boom, 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 all the way down in between the trees. That's like perfect, like, so, but now hold on. For a little bit more beginner friendly here, right? We definitely don't need as many rubber brooms, but you can see how rubber brooming like really tightly, you can keep your momentum. Mika moves so much faster. So also this sequence of rubber brooming is really tight and annoying. So I practiced this quite a while. I would just drill this over and over until you kind of get it. So now hold on. Let me go back to the platform here. Could always get the 2 dashes off the platform. We come up here. Okay. And then dash, dash. And then you could just get the dive down, get the 1 dash, and then we can come here. Boom. So you don't have to really do any of these if you don't want to. Here, boom, come on up. Just get 1, and then you just fall down. And then we can talk to Allegra. And any kind of thing in between of that is good. If you want to get 1 rubber broom, or if you want to maintain a little momentum somehow, weave 1 or 2 dashes in, that's totally fine. So it's one of those things where you could practice how kind of aggressive and tight you want to get. And as you improve, you just do 1 more dash, 1 more dash, 1 more rubber broom. You'd rubber broom a little tighter. So it's one of those things where, like I said, it's just so practicable. I used to do this for quite a while. You go boom, and then you come up here. And then we start working on this rubber broom. And you just keep looping it, keep trying to maintain all your momentum, off and on, up. And then sometimes, the other thing too is that when it comes to rubber brooming, the higher you are on these wind tunnels, the more forgiving it is. So you could appreciate that if you're really low on the wind tunnel, you only have a split second to kind of get off and on real quick. And sometimes the game is like, nope, you just got to stand. So, alrighty, that's the end of this part here. We'll catch you guys for day 3. Let's see if I can get it one time. Show off. Nope. Alrighty, see you guys in a sec.